This isn't about manipulating a relationship, it's about mastering your own behavior. Once you internalize these 9 principles, you'll recognize the subtle ways you may be compromising your own self-worth. This isn't just about how women react to you, it's about how you respect yourself. The shift will be impossible to ignore. These are the 9 things a self-possessed man never does. By adopting this framework, you won't just improve your relationships, you'll gain an authentic, unshakable confidence that redefines your entire dynamic with the world. 1. Never over-explain or justify your existence. If you find yourself crafting elaborate justifications for a delayed text, a decision, or a time commitment, stop. The need to constantly explain is rooted in a desire for approval, and approval-seeking behavior is the clearest signal of low self-esteem. The self-possessed approach. Communicate clearly, but concisely, state your position, decision, or boundary once and with conviction. A brief, non-defensive answer is sufficient. Embrace the power dynamic. When you over-explain, you hand over the power, making her the judge and yourself the defendant. A confident man is the author of his own actions and does not feel the need to justify them. The silence of confidence, sometimes, the most powerful response to a challenge or a mild test, is a calm, unwavering presence, or even saying nothing at all. Your actions should speak louder than your excuses. Conviction creates respect, apology creates leverage. 2. Don't chase, lead with intentional pursuit. There is a vast difference between pursuit and chasing. Pursuit is the dignified, purposeful effort made when mutual interest is clear. Chasing is desperate motion, born from scarcity, fueled by anxiety, and guaranteed to erode her respect. The self-possessed approach. Value your attention, don't give attention that hasn't been reciprocated or earned. Double texting, begging for a date, or contorting your schedule to meet her unearned demands teaches her to value you less. The law of reciprocity, your effort should always reflect hers. If she pulls back, a self-possessed man does not speed up, he matches her pace. He understands that if a woman genuinely wants to spend time with him, she will create the necessary space to do so. If it's not mutual, fall back effortlessly. Your time and energy are too valuable to spend on someone who is ambivalent about you. 3. Don't reveal your whole story too soon. The impulse to share your deepest secrets, past traumas, childhood history, and life goals in the first week might feel like creating deep intimacy, but it's often a shortcut fueled by anxiety. Mystery is the fuel of attraction, and intimacy is a gradual process. The self-possessed approach. Intimacy as a dance, not a flood. You don't throw your entire soul onto the table hoping she'll admire it. You reveal pieces of your truth strategically and slowly. Let her earn your story. The stories of your life, your vulnerabilities, and your greatest fears are valuable. Let her investment, in time, emotion, and connection, warrant a reciprocal emotional revelation from you. Maintain her curiosity. Oversharing creates the illusion that there's nothing left to discover, turning attraction into emotional pressure. Give her space to wonder about you, to ask questions, and to lean in. The less you reveal at once, the more valuable your truth becomes. 4. Never try to fix or save her. When a woman is in emotional chaos, inconsistent, or self-sabotaging, the instinct of many men is to become her savior or therapist. This is a fatal mistake for attraction. The self-possessed approach. Offer support, not solutions. Your role is not to be her rescuer. That dynamic immediately places you in a parental role, which is the antithesis of sexual attraction. Stay in your frame. A self-possessed man offers empathy and holds a steady, non-judgmental space, but he does not get pulled into her emotional storm. Her problems are hers to solve. Be a rock, not a hammer. Your value is in your stability. Let her walk her path. You are not responsible for her happiness, her healing, or her state of being. You simply provide a secure base for her to return to, should she choose to stand up on her own. 5. Don't neglect your purpose for her. This is the ultimate test of a man's character. The moment you make her the center of your world, when your mission, gym routine, business goals, or personal interests begin to slow down because you prioritize her availability, you are sacrificing your frame. The self-possessed approach. Your mission is your oxygen. A woman is attracted to a man who is on a path, a man with a vision and a purpose that is larger than the relationship. Your purpose is not optional, it is the foundation of your self-respect. She is an addition, not a replacement. Make her a part of your life, but never the center. A woman may enjoy the attention, but she will ultimately lose respect for the man who trades his driving ambition for codependency. Hold your frame. The most powerful attractant is a man who maintains his purpose. When a man has something bigger than her to chase, she will be drawn to chase him. 6. Don't compete for her attention. Seeing her laughing with another man, talking to the bartender, or having her attention wander should not trigger a sudden impulse to overcompensate with louder jokes or bigger gestures. The moment you compete, you've admitted you believe your worth is conditional on her validation. The self-possessed approach. Value commands presence. Real value doesn't chase validation, it simply is. Remain unmoved and centered. A self-possessed man is unflappable. Let her drift, you remain anchored in your own worth. You are not cold or arrogant, but deeply comfortable in your own presence. The separation principle. By refusing to overcompensate or compete, you separate yourself from the vast majority of insecure men. She notices the man who doesn't flinch when her attention wanders, that is the man she can't stop thinking about. 7. Never make her the source of your happiness. Building your entire emotional world around a woman, making her the light, the peace, the reason for your smile, is a setup for catastrophe. If she is the only reason you are whole, her eventual departure will cause the world to collapse. The self-possessed approach. Happiness is an inside job. Build your peace, joy, and meaning from internal sources, discipline, mission, and personal growth. Neediness repels, wholeness attracts. She adds, she doesn't complete. A woman is meant to add to your happiness, not become it. She is the dessert, not the main course. Self-sufficiency is magnetic. The more emotionally self-sufficient you are, the more magnetically drawn women will be to you. Before you commit your heart, ensure you are already good without her. That is where your true power lies. 8. Don't react emotionally to her tests. Women, often subconsciously, test a man's emotional stability, through sarcasm, flirting with others, pulling back, or questioning his ambition. They are checking to see, is he centered? Can he handle my storms? Is his masculinity genuine? Reacting emotionally is a guaranteed failure. The self-possessed approach. Observe, breathe, respond. Don't react. A smart man observes the test without getting triggered. He takes a breath and responds only when necessary, and always with control and clarity. Laugh or stay still. When she tries to push your buttons, a powerful response can be a light laugh, a smile, or simply remaining silent and still. Your mountain cannot be moved. The goal is to show her that her emotional waves, her temporary instability, do not move your mountain. You are the source of stability, not the victim of her moods. Stability is the anchor of masculine presence. 9. Never apologize for your standards. You want loyalty, respect, and peace. You want a woman who brings positive energy into your life. Having these expectations does not make you controlling or insecure, it makes you a man with clear standards. The self-possessed approach. Hold the line. Don't apologize for wanting a partner who brings value and alignment to your life. The world and even some women may try to shame you, but a self-possessed man holds the line. Demand alignment, not perfection. You don't demand a perfect woman, but you demand alignment with your core values and vision for life. Peace is sacred. If a woman doesn't meet your standards, you leave calmly, clearly, and without resentment. Your purpose and your peace are sacred, and a woman who compromises either of those is not the right woman for you. Your boundaries are the physical expression of your self-worth. 10. Don't rely on external metrics for confidence, the authentic worth principle. If your sense of self-worth is tethered to your job title, the brand of your watch, the car you drive, or the approval of others, your confidence is built on sand. These are fragile and conditional achievements, they can be lost in an instant. The moment your company downsizes or your status is challenged, your self-esteem collapses. The self-possessed standard. True, unshakable confidence is an internal state derived from character, not possessions. It is built by keeping promises to yourself, following through on the commitments you make regarding the gym, work, or learning a new skill. Facing challenges, running toward difficulty instead of avoiding it. Acting with integrity, knowing that your words and actions are aligned with your moral code. This internal confidence remains intact regardless of external success or failure. Confidence built on character is the only confidence that cannot be taken away. Pillars of relational mastery, the dynamic game. 11. Never try to fix or rescue her, the partnership principle. The desire to fix a woman who is moody, inconsistent, or emotionally struggling is a well-intentioned trap. It stems from a need to feel important or needed. However, trying to be her savior places you in a paternal or therapeutic role, which instantly destroys the tension required for sexual and romantic attraction. The self-possessed standard. Your job is not to manage her emotions or solve her life problems. You are her partner, not her therapist. Offer support and empathy, a safe space to voice her feelings, but she must remain responsible for her own emotional landscape. Your role is to be an anchor she can rely on for stability, not a life raft she can cling to while avoiding her own necessary self-work. Do not confuse being supportive with being responsible. 12. Don't use subterfuge to test her loyalty, the directness principle. A man who uses childish, manipulative games, creating fake scenarios, lying about his plans, or deliberately trying to make her jealous, is revealing profound insecurity and a lack of trust in his own judgment. These games suggest you don't believe you can attract or keep a quality woman honestly. The self-possessed standard. Lead with honesty and clarity. Your value should be evident in your actions, not in the complexity of your traps. A man of authentic worth simply observes her behavior. If you have to resort to testing, you are either with the wrong person or you have already undermined your own authority by being inauthentic. Your integrity is more magnetic than any game. 13. Never accept disrespect to keep the peace, the boundary principle. Many men tolerate verbal jabs, passive aggression, or blatant disrespect because they fear the resulting conflict or the potential loss of the relationship. This is a profound error. When you allow disrespect to slide, you are training her that your boundaries are flexible and that you can be treated poorly without consequence. The self-possessed standard. You must address disrespect calmly, clearly, and immediately. Your response should be measured but firm, like a simple, unwavering declaration, "I don't appreciate that tone," or "We don't speak to each other that way." You are establishing a non-negotiable standard for how you expect to be treated. Your relationship must be founded on mutual respect. Sacrificing respect for temporary peace is a guaranteed path to being taken for granted. 14. Don't be afraid to walk away, the abundance principle. Clinging to a draining, disrespectful, or misaligned relationship is the result of a scarcity mindset, the fear that you won't find anyone better. This fear is a prison that prevents you from demanding the relationship you deserve. The self-possessed standard. A man with an abundance mindset trusts his self-worth and knows that his value guarantees future opportunities. If a woman consistently pulls you away from your purpose, compromises your peace, or violates your standards, you must be ready to walk away. This decision shouldn't be made as an emotional threat, but as a silent declaration of your own value. Your willingness to walk away is your ultimate leverage and the clearest signal that you prioritize your well-being over superficial comfort. 15. Never confuse sex with intimacy, the emotional discipline principle. For many men, the physical act of sex can dangerously blur judgment and create a false sense of deep emotional intimacy or commitment. This is especially true early on. A man who uses sex to desperately secure a connection is sacrificing his long-term judgment for short-term gratification. The self-possessed standard. A self-possessed man maintains emotional discipline. He understands that sex is a physical and biological act that should enhance a meaningful connection, not be the primary driver of it. Allowing sex to drop your standards or to become an excuse to ignore red flags is a fast track to emotional entanglement and loss of frame. Prioritize alignment and character, let physical intimacy follow, but never lead, your decision-making.